Meaning? Oh, go ahead.
No, listen. This is real simple for me. Guys, we're going to lose the battle with Rico, is how this is going to work. We are going to lose this whole argument about Jalen Carter. We're going to lose because I'm not advocating that Jahmyr Gibbs be a 330-touch player on a year-in, year-out basis. It's not who he is. I have comped him to a guy like Alvin Kamara. Okay? I think you could approach 300, probably more 275, maybe more 250. But the point is, got to have a workload. Otherwise, why the F did you take this kid number 12 overall and celebrate like it was the first time you got laid in the draft room? Okay, you acted like you drafted Barry Sanders. So here's my point. In a short window where David Montgomery's not there, how is it that I am wrong I don't want to hear about a committee. I don't want to see Craig Reynolds. And shout out Zonovan Bam Knight. Loved him at NC State. I have no interest. I want to ride the racehorse I bought at the draft to the tune of 25 touches. And if you can't rescue me in the short term, why the hell did we take you? I'd love to know from the people, because one thing that bothered me was he had 14 touches on a technical basis this week, which, quite frankly, that's not enough.
No.
He had 7 carries, which were completely ineffective, but he had 7 catches. Here's your problem. Thanks, Paulie. He had 7 catches. They were all 2-yard passes.
Yep.
I didn't like the way they used him. And then once Montgomery goes out, why am I looking at Craig Reynolds? In a short span, Jahmyr, you're our guy.
Yep.
You know what? The cold tub is over there for when the game's over. I need Jahmyr Gibbs touching the football 20 to 25 times.
Yeah, we're not going to burn you out for the entire season, but for the next 3-4 games.
Oh, we're going to burn you out.
Yeah. This is why we drafted you. Look at what your counterpart is doing for Atlanta. That's going to be you. We're going to use you the way they use Bijan. And not to say you have to be him, but, man, we're going to try to find ways to get you the ball. We took you in the first round for a reason. We didn't take you in the first round to put you on a shelf to say how pretty you look.
Well, the magic number is 20 touches. All right, if a guy carries the ball 20 times, misses 1 game in a season, all right, you're talking about 300 touches a year. Very rare running back's going to play every week. You're going to miss some games. Well, Montgomery's going to miss a couple here. I want to know from you guys out there in listener land. Everyone's a little tense this week. The loss to Seattle sucked. It really, along with the injuries, it has a lot of people, myself including, maybe recalibrating the expectations. This game against Atlanta is vital. Here's what I will tell you. Every snap that Jahmyr Gibbs is not on the field is a complete loss. But moreover, every touch under 22, 21, 20 is a complete failure by this coaching staff with David Montgomery out. Mm-hmm. I didn't say 30, all right? This isn't, Otis Anderson. This isn't Earl Campbell. But Rico, with David Montgomery out, he has to be in that 20 to 25 touch range, whether it's passes, runs. I need this man on the field, because without David Montgomery, it leaves me with 2 true weapons.
Yeah.
And I'm counting Laporte as a weapon.
But no. But here's the thing. With that, if you're not running him the ball, if you're not giving him the ball 20 times, you have now single-handedly put the game in Goff's hands, and teams know, well, you're not going to run. We can put the extra safety back there. And we also know that Goff can't throw the ball deep. So now you're really limiting your offense. It's imperative that this man goes out there, gets the touches, because now your play action passes work again, because there's the threat of a run game instead of, well, he's only going to get it on specialty plays or out of the backfield. He's got to be able to turn around, hand the ball off. He's got to hit the hole and get yardage for this team, and not picking up 1 or 2. You don't have to take it to the house every play, but you do have to get the yards. It's the yards that everybody was saying, well, Montgomery just boring. Yeah, he was picking up the 3-4 yards, but that's why you were able to hit Laporta and you were able to hit guys in the middle of the seam, because the safeties they were coming up to try to stop
Right.
the run. They bit on the play action pass.
And if you want to comp it out, I'm not saying they're the same player, but you drafted him where you drafted him. Christian McCaffrey in his career, the touches, the range has been 19.4 to 25.6. Every year in his career, he's in that range. So when you think, well, Mike's being a bleep hole, just rattling off 20 to 25. No, I'm telling you what a standardized number is for a similar player. Kamara, McCaffrey, a player that will carry it 225, 250 times and catch 60, 70, 80 balls. So I want to know where you're at, because I'll tell you this. As I think you agree, with Montgomery out, I'm sorry if you have to touch the ball 27 times, 32 times. When David Montgomery's back, happy to bring that number back down to 20 to 25. You know what's not enough? 14. You know what's not enough? 8. Because I will not. It's not that I can't. I will not defend drafting him at 12 if this is a player we're only getting the ball 14 times.
No, 14 times, that's Zonovan. Okay, I'm okay with that because you brought him up from the practice squad. But your first-round pick, show me why you were a first-round pick. Because if not, it looks like you kind of drafted a luxury item that you don't even know how to use.
Meanwhile,
not going there.
No, you have every right to go there. You know what? Be brave enough to be there.
No, that's not
be
being
a man.
brave enough. No, that's not
be
being a man.
Yes, it is. Be a prime radio host and you go there.
I don't want to rub the nose in the place, but yeah, you're looking at Jalen Carter, and he's getting it done in Philly. He was there, and you know what? You were too scared to draft him. He's got baggage. He's not going to fit. Oh, he's going to destroy the locker room. Well, he's destroying something out in Philly, but it ain't the locker room. You could have had him. So prove me wrong, Detroit. Show me that, you know what? You really were smart for taking Gibbs over Carter.
And again, played about 30 snaps in week 2. The point is that's a Super Bowl defensive line that goes 8 or 9 deep. Here he would play more. Now, I'm glad Rico's decided to participate.
I just didn't want to rub people's nose.
Oh, you were afraid of a little pushback.
That wasn't pushback. I just felt like, off the loss, a lot of Lions fans are feeling a little sad for themselves.
No, you have a right to say, I wanted Jalen Carter. Right. You took a lot of flack on this station from other hosts. You took it from people. You have my ask is have a spine. Stand behind that opinion. I got a spine, man. Told me you were from Southwest Detroit. You're acting like you're from Green Acres. Yeah, Jalen Carter was your guy. You stand by it.
Mike, I fully stand by him, but I need to see what Gibbs is going to do now that he's the man. Now, he goes out there and gets another 14, 15 touches.
When Dan Campbell says committee, I have a major problem. Now, again, please, this is one thing that always kills me. We always get one person who calls up and goes, well, he's just saying what he has to say. No.
Yeah, he's not giving away the secrets.
Yeah, there are no secrets. The point I'm making is Dan Campbell could equally just go out and go, here's the deal. We love Jahmyr. We drafted him 12th overall. Time to shine, young man. Mm-hmm. What's the harm there? I don't want to hear that.
Isn't this the king of next man up? Isn't that what Dan Campbell was supposed to be? Jahmyr Gibbs is the next man up. Don't tell me about committee.
When I hear committee, it just kind of tells people lower your expectations. I know what you all want. Bring those expectations down because you're not going to get it, Detroit. I don't want you to be disappointed when he only goes out there and gets 15 touches next week.
248-539-9797. Go ahead.
Yeah, but then you got to look at Jalen Carter and what he's doing for the Eagles and, think about, wow, wouldn't that look nice right next to Hutchinson? Yeah. And just think of that defense.
And listen, Jahmyr's playing he played just under half their snaps on Sunday. Well, now it's got to be 75%. Oh, my God, you're going to overuse it. Well, then maybe that's why we don't take running backs at 12. Now, I'm going along with it because I think he's a hell of a good player. I told you guys, it was never about the player. It's about 12 overall.
Mike, there were so many teams that were going to take him at 13 and 14 and 15. We had to take him at 12.
Okay,
No, that's what I heard.
And that may be true.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean, just because everyone's doing crack doesn't mean you need to.
And now and knowing's half the battle.
The end of the star flying across the screen.